Item 10D, adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a contract with MC Engineering to complete a commercial water meter pre-installation survey and provide engineering support in the amount of $59,230 and a contingency of $10,000. Jim?
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of council. Before you tonight is a resolution that would authorize the final steps in the advanced water meter project, which was first approved by council in 2014-15 as part of the capital improvement budget. As you might recall in the recent presentation a few meetings ago to council, we discussed and closed out the first phase, which involved the replacement of the city's 10,511 residential water meters. The successful completion of this the residential replacements has allowed for us to improve the tracking of water usage and provided numerous advantages over the previous system for both customers and for the city. In addition, as you know, the customers now have the ability to set up their own account and track their water usage, which we encourage every chance we get. As a result of this project that was just completed, the customer complaints have been reduced and incidents of significant water loss are being caught very early in the process through system alerts to not only the customer but to city staff, rather than after a leak has run undetected for some period of time and the customer received a large water bill. And we're very proud of the work that we're doing and saving some people some money, and they're very appreciative. These alerts also provide the Water Division staff with the helpful information to identify and repair some of the smaller leaks that would have gone unnoticed until a larger pipe break might have occurred. Many other water providers and municipalities in the Bay Area and in North America overall, including the city of Redwood City, the town of Hillsborough, and Mid-Peninsula Water District have installed this advanced water meter system technology and to improve their customer service and operational efficiencies. In order to provide our business customers with the same benefits, staff is preparing to move forward with the replacement of commercial meters, which total about 900, which is the resolution before you tonight. But before the commercial water meters are replaced and integrated into the advanced water meter system, a pre-installation survey is required to verify not only the location of the commercial meters, but to assess the condition of the meters themselves, their connections, and the condition of them. But also the meter boxes, and also to provide outreach to the businesses and the managers of the businesses to get their take on what's going on, and also to help us with scheduling the actual replacements. This approach is being taken to reduce the impacts on businesses and the customers that frequent them, as well as to avoid and better plan for any infrastructure deficiencies that might be encountered during the course of the project. The advantage of this approach is that damage or issues related to the replacements can be addressed early on and planned for, therefore saving time and inconvenience to the businesses I have mentioned. What will happen is, once the survey takes place, we'll take this important information from the businesses and the scheduling and the infrastructure, and we'll work with them, develop a schedule for the replacements to reduce the impacts. All this information will also be used to prepare construction bid documents and will allow prospective bidders a more realistic picture of what they're bidding on, what the actual conditions are, and the requirements for the meter replacements. And that will also save time, inconvenience, and we'll also get a better price from contractors that might bid on the proposal or bid on the project. For this project, the city issued a request for proposal for professional engineering services back in March. The scope of work is to provide all the engineering and project management related to this work, including field investigations, the pre-installation condition assessment survey, outreach to businesses and property owners, as I mentioned, and to prepare and manage GIS maps for the meter locations and develop a construction schedule and the bid documents. We received one proposal for this project, and we believe it's due to the very specialized nature of the work, and that while there's many engineering firms, some may not have the combination of experience in the advanced metering technology that our system is, but also the project management, the database and utility integration and coordination that's necessary for them to maybe propose a comprehensive and effective proposal. Based on the comprehensive review that we've done for the proposal, staff has determined that the project team from MC Engineering is a qualified firm and able to complete the pre-installation survey and the work necessary and the assessment necessaries before a contractor can begin replacing our commercial meters. MC Engineering has successfully completed similar engineering and project management services, including location surveys, meter condition assessments, meter data management, meter installation construction management for nearby agencies, including the town of Hillsborough, the Dublin-San Ramon Service District, and Blue Lake Springs Mutual Water Company, which I've spoken to all of the folks there, and they're very happy with them. And one of the things that drew my attention was their outreach to businesses and citizens, and that's important to us. In addition, MC Engineering, folks from MC Engineering worked with us on the residential project and provided data management, the GIS mapping, provided oversight and management services for that project, and they worked very successfully with not only city staff, but were a very critical component to our utility billing and massaging that data from the meters and getting it into the billing system. And as I said, staff, I've been in contact with the different references and got nothing but positive results from that. Comments from all three agencies were not only did they perform very well, but they were very good at communicating with staff and residents, and that's very important for us. The firm's cost to complete this work is $59,230. Staff is proposing to include $10,000 for optional services to perform additional site surveys as needed. The optional services would only be used as specifically authorized by the city for additional work. At the conclusion of the pre-installation survey and the work related to that, staff will review the recommendations from MC Engineering and return to City Council to award a construction contract to install and replace the new commercial meters along with construction management services and inspection. It's estimated that MC Engineering can complete this pre-installation assessment within 1 to 2 months, and we're very fortunate because one of the employees actually lives in Half Moon Bay. So, and we've already talked about how we might implement their work, and they're probably going to go with one of our water staff that knows where the commercial meters are, and they'll speed things up as well. Replacement of the meters would be a separate task than the resolution in front of you tonight, and it's estimated to take a contractor between 6 to 8 months to complete following the notice to proceed. The total project cost to complete all the tasks in the overall project is estimated to be about $800,000 to $1.2 million. We think it's going to be closer to $800,000. The fiscal impact for this project is the contract amount before you tonight is for $69,230 with MC Engineering, and it's within the remaining $1,260,930 budget that's in the 2016-17 Advanced Water Meter Capital Improvement Project. Staff will provide the City Council with an updated meter installation cost when the construction contract is presented to the Council for award. It's expected to be within the remaining project budget, as I mentioned. Staff recommendation tonight is to adopt a resolution authorizing the City Manager to execute contract with MC Engineering to complete a commercial water meter replacement pre-installation survey and provide engineering support in the amount of $59,230 with a contingency of $10,000. And with that, I'll be happy to take questions.
Good. Any questions for staff? Marty?
Yes. Thank you. So when you put out requests for proposals, the report doesn't say where it was done. Did you contact firms? Was it in the newspaper, or how did that occur?
I know we put it on our website. I believe I'm not sure if it was in the newspaper, and we contacted the only firm that we knew that does this kind of work, which was MC Engineering.
Okay. So when they're doing the survey, they're just going to assess how badly damaged the box is, whether the new meter could fit in there, and we know already where all of our meters are. I'm just kind of trying to understand better what they're really doing. They are gonna prepare the bid documents. Are they also gonna do the construction inspection for the project that comes on, or that's another phase?
Correct.
So they're not doing any of the inspection for the project that we're gonna be doing later to install the meters?
That would come later.
Okay. So the sentence that says here on the third paragraph, the proposed scope of work is to provide all engineering and project management related work. That's for the survey.
Correct.
Okay. So I understand for the 900 meters, I'm having a little trouble understanding what the other $10,000 would be for. If we know we have 900 meters and we need to do surveys for 900 locations, then what would the other $10,000 do?
If we run into a situation that we have to do further investigation or possibly digging to find, if there's a valve or if there's a meter that's having issues. Some of these meters haven't really been looked at. They're touch reads, so they're in pits. We don't know the condition of vaults, pits. So we don't know the condition of them. That's sort of the point of the pre-installation survey. If we run into any issues and they're probably going to be access issues, if anything, then we may have to have a conversation, the director and I, about how do we proceed with that? Is that stuff that we do in-house? We have to coordinate with the business owner, that sort of thing. I don't anticipate that there's going to be much or any of that, but we don't want to have to come back to council and say we need $2,000 more to do this kind of work that we didn't anticipate, so.
Okay, and we don't have the staff to do this?
Not to this degree, no.
Okay.
Anyone else? Ken?
Yeah, just through the chair, I understand your questions and I appreciate those. I think it's a bargain for 900 installations, and I know, unlike the residential where it's right there by the sidewalk and all you gotta do is pop the lid, I can only imagine where the condition and the location of some of these meters are and the last time they were even accessed. And as far as a contingency of $10,000, if the more information we can get on each installation, and that's what's really key here, is that they're going to have information and a profile for every single meter. If we don't do that, you're going to be, the contractor's going to be eating up his contingency, when the meters go in, actually. So I think it's prudent to do that at what I think is a very reasonable cost. So.
Anyone else?
Without any other information.
You have something else?
I got him. I'll adopt the resolution.
Vice Mayor Ibarra?
Aye.
Councilmember Marty Medina?
Aye.
Councilmember Rico Medina?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Connell?
Aye.
Mayor Ruane?
Aye.